All right.
Love me better, I can touch you better. Someone to call my bed, but don't let me down, my baby. Give me one more day, baby. Don't have tomorrow, baby. Love you today.
We've been dating my baby for too long. You know my feelings for you, they're like a song. Ni deep sana nika tuna sing along. Hata tukikosana, you know I never do you wrong. I know sometimes me na wesi ukombanishana. Najua some of our friends utugonganishana. Plus nimeku neglect kiasi tu. Ile design tumezoea na do for granted boo. I just wanna say living isn't a solution. We're back in a mini kuonyesha evolution. From loving you more, hugging you more, making you moan, making you know, baby, you're my number one.
Yeah. Before I leave for someone else who's gonna love me better, I can touch you better. Someone to call my bed, but don't let me down, my baby. Give me one more day, baby. Don't have tomorrow, baby. Love me today.
Kasingekuwa na kupenda kwenyu ningeenda, mtoto amejikenda, tunapendana mwenda, kawa ni wa kuenda, ungekuwa umeshaenda. Punguza vitisho, weni wa maina ni mwisho, na mwaga jasho ndakuletea za macho. Najua sikudeserve but come on my love, umekuwa wa mind tangu moshi ya stove. Takumari but not in a hurry. I'm sorry nilikuhata kibari, na shikanga nare ukileta swara ngware. Umebamba akishore, usinichore.
Now, my baby, before I leave for someone else who's gonna love me better, I can touch you better. Someone to call my bed, but don't let me down, my baby.
Afternoon, family.
Give me one more day.
And rising.
Hey, we don't have tomorrow.
7 minutes past the top of the hour. Happy Tuesday and welcome to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby, to everyone who's here for the first time on our YouTube channel, be it returning listeners on the radio stations, Spreaker, Spotify, all the streaming networks, and of course on the network as well. Karibuni sana. Hope you're having an easy day. Literally, your week is coming along well. Keith is struggling wherever he is. Literally, that is in Louisiana. Almost. In Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
And literally super darkness, so much darkness. Is in Nigeria, somewhere in Nigeria. We can't locate him where, but part of Nigeria called Louisiana, literally super dark and it's super icy.
And in Nigeria.
You sure? Be careful out there because man, Nigeria was fucked up. I remember I showed Speed when he was there. He was saying like, "God damn, it's so dark out here. It's so dark. I can't see shit."
Yeah, they show. Yeah, they power grid is effed up. Nigeria just fucked up. I've been said that.
Yeah, but we're gonna be talking about that. We have a white guy literally talking about how Nigerians are so ignorant and they don't know a goddamn thing of how even their economy operates in the country. And I'll be sharing on that as we talk about also more other conversation popping still with Nigeria, how they have actually, or rather how they are a key major partner with Trump's administration, and this is with being America's first global health strategy. Remember, actually, in December, we had Kenya, Uganda being one of the countries that were mentioned to be giving out their data at the High Court of Kenya, literally suspending this and trying to object this. I'm not sure about Uganda. I didn't see any type of objections from the Ugandans themselves, not the High Court of Uganda. But we have Nigeria. I didn't know about Nigeria. Those who literally accepted this. But how could I miss that? How could they miss that? I mean, this is literally one of the countries we say it's a jump of countries for the rest of the African countries to follow suit. And that's why we also have Kenya, which is part of it. We're going to talk about that and looking at also how their economy is actually currently performing with the deals they're making. Much more conversation coming on how actually we have the possibility of having more Orania towns in African countries, because we're going to be talking about, that was I think last week on Friday, I talked about on Thursday, we were looking at how many countries are partnering with the UAE, and we saw it's a bunch of them, close to 30, 40 countries in Africa are partnering with the UAE and majorly in selling and giving away lands. But what one thing people are not talking about, and I love the fact that this guy has the same whatever mindset as I, because I've been saying this is the 15 small cities that the same thing we've been talking about America, literally it's happening in Africa. They are building these 15 small cities where they're looking for to lock down people, control the resources, control economy, control how you move, control your health, and all that. But much more coming from also Kenya as well, which is actually looking forward to borrow a lot of money. But recently we had Kenya, it couldn't borrow money. So I wonder how we have actually saved ourselves from the debt for us to continue borrowing money. But before we get into that, a quick reminder to get yourself the organic supplements we have on our Play Store, on our app, sorry, which you can get on the Google Play Store. Blackout Fire Network is the name. We have amazing different organic supplements. In case you've been looking for some of these, we have multivitamin, we have ashwagandha, beetroot, sea moss, turmeric gummy bears, skincare products, and the like of shea butter, which I'm going to be coming back with. Last year, I talked about a very interesting conversation about shea butter, and I love the fact that currently fact that Aisha Speed is in Ghana. He went to the same museum I was talking about last year, and which helped me understand that we have different types of shea butters coming from different African countries. Talk about the color, number one, which is very unique. Different colors. There's one that is black, there's one that is yellow in color, other that is cream in color, there's other one that are white in color. So it's amazing that he was able to show us this. And the love he's receiving, it's super, super amazing. But for now, get yourself some critical thinking formula, which is brain and focus. In case you want to boost some, because this conversation does need critical
Unlock
thinking
your full
every single
potential
time.
with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Affordable price. And in case you have any question, ensure you email us at kcnews15@gmail.com. Rather leave your conversation, rather your question, literally question, anything you'd like to ask, right down below on the BHN Sports. Active Apparel Store, get yourself some t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, anything you prefer of your color and size as well. But here is Aisha Speed in the Shea Butter Museum that is in Accra, that is in Ghana. And I showed this literally last year, but I didn't know that actually people literally do take it serious to go visit there, because I feel like we're not really taught so much when it comes to, should I say, our cultures, traditions. We kind of taught that our cultures and traditions are kind of different. That's the crazy thing also about school. We're kind of made to believe that our cultures and traditions are sort of different.
Bad.
And I think this is heavily carried because of tribalism. But if you look at Africa as a continent, the countries, the people we practice share the similar, same ideas.
It's the same shit, Joby. It's just the fact. When Africans started going out the continent, it changed a little bit. So it's the same culture with a different cut. It's called. It's the same. Why you see everywhere he goes, he's doing the same. Everybody dancing, doing the same. It's almost the same dances and shit. The same. It's virtually the same thing. That's why I said you've been cut off from each other with these borders, and then you guys practice a whole bunch of goofy tribalism, which is stupid. You're the same people. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
If you're smart, you're the same people. Look.
Goes back to tribalism again. Tribalism is really that deep, and sadly, we're dealing with the saddest part that even when it impact us so bad and so much with our system of education is that we're dealing with a generation that also has been taught the same thing. So they pass us the same knowledge. They're not even trying
There's got a more out here
review
driving
more.
crazy.
They're not trying to review more, trying to learn from what they were actually taught. They pass same information down many generation. But this is literally Aisha Speed in Ghana. He was having a good time.
Bathed and taken care of like a baby. How about his hair, ladies? Come on, all of you.
My hair?
Come on, all of you. Your hair.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the Ghana streams
Your
yet.
hair. How does it feel?
Feel
I
good.
feel like this is also so nice because sometimes when we talk about relationship, which we do it once in a while, relationship conversations, we've talked about the disrespect coming from Black American women, and then also now what is showcasing out there of how literally welcoming majority of the African women are. That is actually what he's
Yeah,
been receiving. When you get
of
home, you
course.
find food without you asking for food, because everywhere he went, he just literally he got food. He didn't
Yeah.
literally order
So,
any special meal like I'm expecting this. I'm gonna like they welcomed him with food, water, ensuring that he's okay and safe. So I feel like also back in the relationship side, it still expounds for African American men to know that you can actually come find your women still back in the continent, and they're very respectful, literally.
sad but true.
But yeah, but as we move away from that, we have Kenya. Literally, as we start with the conversations that are happening in the continent politically, we have Kenya. Yesterday, Ruto made a very disgusting speech, and he was talking about the countries that have succeeded. They either have succeeded because they have a dictatorship, where once a
See?
leader said
Wow.
here and you cannot say no or question. He says for us we don't have that kind of luxury, so he calls that actually a luxury.
A
Dictatorship is
luxury.
a luxury.
Exactly. Dictatorship's a luxury. That's who he's a Kenyans. They're trying to set up a dictatorship, guys. Again, this is a psychopath.
Yep, literally we're trying to go back to the era of Moi.
Moy.
Literally
Moy
it's not going.
and Moy and Jomo. That's what Jomo was. Jomo was in office until he died. Same. They're talking about the Jomo and Moy.
Exactly, but this is what he had to say. Let me share.
The countries that have succeeded, either they have succeeded because they are a dictatorship, where once the leader says we are going here,
I thought he was
you
talking about
cannot say no.
democracy, the best democracy, about the best democracy. See, this thing is a scam. It's a lie. Go ahead.
There is no democracy.
we not question. That is one way of moving the country forward. For us, we don't have that luxury. For us, we are a democratic country. And for a democratic country, the only instrument you have is a political party.
You're not a democratic country because you're a real democratic country. You don't get to go shoot up a church with tear gas and kill people. Okay?
Exactly.
You're a dictatorship. You're not a goddamn democracy. Because today, has anybody been charged in that shooting over the weekend? Of course not.
Nobody.
Because a political party goes beyond a community. It goes beyond a region. It goes beyond a religion, either one or the other. A political party unites people into one common vision and one common program.
God damn, it's bad out here.
This is so crazy. So literally, it's not even talking any sense because I feel like he's actually trying to tell us we're headed or expect the dictatorship type of a country because that since we've seen since this man became a president, and even when you talk about our economy, it's not doing great. We just talked about recently about how much money is being stolen. I remember last year when my leg was injured, like I did different many shows of explaining and looking at how Kenya are literally this regime is stealing money every single day. Non-existing schools getting funded, non-existing students getting funded, non-existing projects getting funded. Where is the money going?
Those projects, those ghost accounts. I mean, they're stealing. Good.
And when the people want to practice now real democracy, if we really are a democratic country, Mr. Ruto, and all these damn presidents who keep on saying that we value sovereignty of the country, you don't value a goddamn thing. Can we go back again? Let's hold you accountable for what you did in 2007. That's how democracy works. This is how we actually understand even this system is not set up by Africans completely. Because in a democratic country, this man should not be a president. This man should be somewhere in prison being charged for what he did.
So there's no democratic countries in Africa. That's the, Assembly didn't win. That Samir Suluhu didn't win. Paul Beer didn't win. None of them win. There's no democracies in Africa. It's a scam of democracy. There's no democracy.
Is crazy, man, and the audacity, but still it goes more. In a democratic country should use its resources correctly. In real democratic countries like I'm gonna meet you. Real democratic countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, they have actually taken matters serious and practicing democracy, which includes number one, transparency of a leader, accountability. They are very accountable on everything and every choice they are making, and inclusivity of the people. They have ensured the people understand the decisions they are making. Not this bullshit you always keep on seeing, one person representing 56 million people talking on behalf of them. You're not on our shoes. You're not in our goddamn shoes. We are the ones actually facing the heaviness of every consequences these leaders literally make. That every deal they make behind our backs, we, the majority, the citizens, we're the ones who suffer the consequences of it. Talk about literally loans. We're the ones who end up suffering, literally paying back with our taxes. Yesterday, let me see if I can find this article. Yesterday, before I even get to read this, we're talking about him borrowing money, and yet we're talking about Kenyans being told to expect their salary, those who are actually being paid through the government, to expect their salaries to be deducted more. Because why? Taxes are going high. Why are taxes going high? This is a democratic country. We're supposed to be using our resources very well. We're supposed, you said we generated, I don't know how much billions of funds from our own goddamn resources. Where is the money? Why can't we see roads improving? Our water drainage improving? It's almost rainy season. It's around the corner. January is over. It's almost the rainy season. We're going to be facing the same seeing the same words, the same information coming from the mainstream media. Or, prepare yourself to stay under a tree, on top of a tree, because we can't tackle this kind of. Can you imagine now, Americans, like now, you've been told you need to, you need to stand under a tree, in this kind of conditions you guys are in. There's no light. It's snowing that crazy. Then you're being told by Trump, you go stand up on a tree somewhere. What? There's no preparation. It's not like, and that's also something else. I kind of like the way, as much as America is really a brutal country, all these other countries that are non-African, as much as they have really exploited us, these people have ensured their people are very safe. I love the fact we have alarming, I don't know what they are called. Those things that can send a message when there's something happening in the country, right?
You're talking about some on your phone. That's what I was getting yesterday. You're talking about the message that's sent on. Right, we got messages on the phone. So yesterday I was getting messages about how bad I was getting weather. God damn, this road is fucked up out here, man. There's some dangerous shit.
Louisiana 526.
So yesterday, as I was coming up this part of the country, I kept getting these weather alerts on my phone. On my phone, talking about bad weather, expect for bad weather and road closures. It's true, but that shit gets annoying. You press the button, okay, I got the message. 5 minutes later, bad weather, roads are fucked up. Okay. Yeah, it's national.
We don't have, and I don't think we have any country, even South Africa. I doubt if it has that. Literally, I doubt. I don't know. I kind of, having white people there, it's possible, but I doubt if it's there. Maybe in South. Where is that Tepo? Come tell me. Literally, do you guys have that that sound, that one that Keith mentioned, because those are the type of things we need to be having, and especially in this undeveloped continent where these people have failed to use the finances, the resources correctly to literally ensure our lives, because they
was
stealing
was
and they stealing
was it's
massively.
undeveloped on purpose, guys.
Mhm.
They put the most moronic people in there, and it's theft on a massive level. Theft in
Well,
Africa
I
is just massive.
I feel like for me, if I was a president, I'll try do that, because especially like right now, again, it's almost rainy season and it's really, really hot. Like in Nairobi, Kenya is really hot. I don't know if it's the whole of Kenya, but it's really extremely hot. Like for real, it's hot at the night, it's hot during the day, super extremely hot. So of course, it's almost the rainy season and it's on the corner. What they need to do, those kind of things should be put up. Let us know, because you can signal maybe how bad the weather is going to be, how floody it's going to be. Try
10-mile
again,
road reported
build
ahead. In half a
proper
mile,
water
take the exit
drainage
towards
in this
Louisiana
in the places.
526
Go to the
east toward
places where
Towns Industrial.
majority we go to the places where majority people actually face this kind of heavy emergencies. In places like Kibera, people get carried away by water a lot. And even the houses, they get carried away by water. Places like Madare, places like Kuruma, places like even here in Rongai, sometimes there's a bridge matatus can't cross until that water drains, because the matatus are going to be carried away because it's too low and the water literally
Take the
surpasses that
exit towards
bridge.
Louisiana
So
526.
this kind of preparation, like put up a setup, have a strategy, use the, but they don't want to. They just want to pocket the money. Like this greediness literally surprises me. It's crazy. Like for real, African people have completely. It's like they have
In a
adapted the
quarter
nature of a
mile,
white
slide right
man,
onto the Brick
literally, and
Towns
it's these
Industrial.
leaders. Like they have adapted the nature of a white man, just taking without caring, exploiting without caring, because Africans don't behave this way. Majority of the people I know, they don't behave this way. They have humanity in themselves. But you look at the people we call leaders, these people, they don't care. Unless you're boot licking them, the same way they've been told by the white man, unless you're kissing my ass, I'm not gonna serve you. You don't get to eat what's at the table. You get to bend your back and hold the table as we eat. That's what they do to majority of the Africans. It's crazy. But Kenya is intending to borrow
Slide
1.5
right
billion
onto the
shillings
Brick Towns Industrial
in
Loop ramp.
syndicate
Then merge
in
onto
syndicate in
Louisiana
syndicated.
526.
Hey, that sound of yours is really confusing me, kid. So let me mute you again. But yes, they're saying that Kenya intends to borrow 125 billion Kenyan shillings in syndicated loans to fund roads construction and projects. Now, if you look at actually this regime, how many loans they have taken to fund and construct roads, there's so many. Do we have actually roads that where even a tractor, not even a single tractor has not been seen, but they have been launched? So many. If I go on TikTok, we have people who have actually been talking about it. How Ruto comes with the media. They set up the whole thing with a ribbon and a scissor. They launch the project. Oh, we're gonna start this construction of this road. It's gonna be named this, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. Comes another president, does the same thing, nothing happens. Same, same thing, the same pattern, same words, same pattern. But for how long do you think Africans are going to tolerate this? That is something they need to start understanding, because the youths are really waking up super, super quick, especially the younger generation, even than us, the Gen Zs. These people are growing up with the internet and they're seeing every goddamn thing. It's not like us. For us, I think we got phones when we were in high school. For me, I started getting a phone when I was in high school, the moment I was in Form 1, because that's kind of allowed. But this other generation, these people are growing with like the internet from the moment they are out of their mom's stomach. So I don't know for how long you're going to keep on lying to this generation. You've been lying to majority, but for how long? That should be the question. They're saying that these loans will initially address ongoing projects cost, but are planned for subsequent financing through bonds. And part of the funding strategy involves securitizing a 25 shillings per liter of fuel, goddamn, with statutory constraints applied, and Kenya has previously engaged similar financial models, raising some substantial funds for infrastructure needs. Well, this is not really, really good. As a country, we've really borrowed so much, and there's nowhere where we are actually improving economically. We're sinking more into debt. We're sinking more into debt, and Kenyans are the ones suffering majority. Because yesterday I saw this article which was talking about, let me see if I can find it. The salaried Kenyans need to start salaried Kenyans staring at more deductions begin, that is from February 2026, as the NSSF new reforms take effect. This is more taxes being increased on the NSSF. That is the National Social.
It's cutting everybody's pay. He's talking about what because there's no economy. They don't make anything, so they don't make anything. So they got to constantly keep taking more money because they don't make it. They don't make. There's no money coming in from exports from what you make. Africa's created no real economy. That's why there's only money coming in from people living outside the country, sending money back into their families, but there's no money coming in.
That is true. That is so true and very sad. And this goes back to literally not just Kenya, but majority of the countries. This is what
it's Africa, exactly. It's not Kenya.
Yeah, most of the countries we're dealing with us being in that bracket of the IMF and the World Bank. And sadly, none of these African countries are trying to even walk away from and even trying to question the interest we pay back. The interest we pay back, the amount of resources we export from the continent. Like, this is just critical thinking again, man. How do we pay this heavy interest, yet we're the ones making the rest of the world still very rich with our raw resources? We're actually paying interest on nothing of fake papers, but this is crazy. Critical thinking. Just critical thinking. Sit down, do the maths. There's no you're gonna be working with a company that it continuously keeps on telling you what we're doing is collaborating right here. Okay, we're heavy on the word collaboration, but if you look at the collaboration, you've not been benefiting a goddamn thing. This other company is improving itself. You, as the producer of what is making this other company rich, you're still where you are left and where they found you. You know.
Yeah.
At the light, turn left onto the Louisiana 3132 West ramp.
Damn, that's some dangerous shit. I'm gonna lose Jobin.
Continue on Louisiana 3132 West for 4 miles.
Guess we lost Jobin. Shit. Hear me, damn. Man, you guys been up north of Wisconsin, everything else, Byron. Oh man, this shit is crazy. I'm just in North Louisiana. It's fucked up out. Some dangerous shit, especially because they don't have the equipment down here in the south to remove the snow and ice. So it's dangerous as shit out. This is some dangerous, scary shit. The snow and ice is in the south. They don't got the equipment, guys. So, okay, Joey back, but they don't got the equipment down here like they do up in the north. So all the roads are almost impassable up here. But I got the street where they got some of the lights. The lights are back on up here, at least back on right here. But the streets are they got all the roads closed in the city right here because they got nothing to clean up. It's fucked up because they got no equipment in the south to clean these roads because it doesn't get like this down here. And man, Oh shit! You have to. I think you have to tell everybody to stay home. I think you got to shut the city down. Obviously, so they have. So a lot of the roads are closed. They got the barriers up because they got too much snow and ice on them. You can't. So I'm going around. I'm going this maze, just trying to get to fucking Texas. God damn. Go ahead, Joby. Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry about that as well. But we're back. As we continue with what is happening in Nigeria, apart from what is happening in Kenya, we have this guy who's talking about how Nigerians are so unaware of what is happening in their country economically. And now this we're gonna be focusing on that as we look at also how recently, that was in December, where Nigeria signed a deal with the US, that is the Trump administration, and that is making it America's first global health. They're saying that yes, Nigeria is a key partner in the Trump administration in quote America's first global health strategy. In December 2025, the US and Nigeria signed a $5.1 billion, a 5-year bilateral health MOU that is from 2026 to 2030, aiming to strengthen Nigerians' healthcare. Now, this all happening.
If you don't give a shit about no Africans and their health, you see how backseat your leaders, you're moronic, and since they made you morons, your leaders are dangerous. Your leaders don't give a shit about you. But you're too stupid to even know that because you're tribally moronic. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so
Pay attention to these Nigerians.
A lot of Nigerians do not know what they, we're talking economically and so on, some of the in energy and
Yes, sir.
International Monetary Fund and all of these global diktats upon this nation. They don't know. I mean, if you go back to the Kissinger report, 1974, Kissinger report was secret then because he was Secretary of State of America, but now it has to be public because of the law over there after 50 years or something like that. 1974 Kissinger report, it says explicitly that the Nigerian people must not be
Exactly. Kids just said Nigeria's too big as a country. We must make sure they stay undeveloped and stupid and backward, and then wipe their ass out. That was the American goddamn, and they haven't changed this law. Nigeria's too many people. We can't allow them to develop. We must do everything to destroy them as a country, destroy them as a people. And that should have been, any moron have been president for the last 60 years should have been teaching Nigeria this is the policy of the Americans and the Europeans. Go ahead, Joby.
Won't teach them that because that's going to destroy their petty salary that they get from the white man.
Exactly,
that they must be kept for the rich nations. And then you have the structural adjustment program of the 1980s here that privatized our companies and sold off our companies to foreign interests.
Privatize the companies. You understand? So you privatize and sell out their companies, their shit to white people, and usually cats with them motherfucking hats.
Yep. As they always do in the other countries too.
Yeah. And that was supposed to make our economy more efficient. Well, it's led us to where we are today.
It is.
And so the thing is that most Nigerians don't know this. They don't know these economic policies, the simplicity of these things that will enable our country to be rebuilt and to become strong. Back in the 1970s, almost everything we consumed was made in Nigeria. Yes, and that's been systematically destroyed by foreign powers.
Of course.
So that they can have access to our resources and we won't be using them on ourselves. And that's why Nigeria has come. The International Monetary Fund is personally responsible for the economic condition of this country today. And it could be turned around in a couple of years.
Yep. All African countries can. That's why Bikini Faso showed you can do it. They were like, oh, we're poor. Oh, we're poor. No, you're not poor. People have been exploiting your countries and your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
the IMF and the World Bank is responsible for majority of the countries collapsing.
Oh, not responsible. For some, for all.
Exactly. Like if you look at even the current situation we've been talking about, a good example, we know, of course, who is behind all these fake names, who's acting like they're different organization. We know the families behind all this. Just like what I was reading yesterday about Iran and majority of the countries that were literally invaded forcefully because they didn't want
Continue
anything
on
to do
Louisiana
this
3132 west for
with
5
these literally
miles.
organizations, the IMF and the World Bank, because the
That's
consequences again, if you have understood the consequences of you getting yourself involved in this organization as a country, you know that is what is going to lead. This privatization, there's going to be
exactly.
control of decisions you're making in a country. Everything literally I read yesterday, all down. Literally, they're taking control, and which is part of their agenda,
Yes.
because all this fake money system is part of their agenda. That is another secret too. All this fake money system is part of their global agenda. Everything they're doing, everything. So
Yes.
you as a country, how small, how big, so long as you are in these organizations, there's no escaping any decision that is being made globally. And that's why we have other countries that, again, our leaders who are going to be taken down if they don't follow. A good example maybe
Exactly.
for us
Yes.
was Makuli, or
Yes.
you don't want the IMF loans, you don't want none of this, or you're also gonna lock down a country. Like, who is
Yes.
this? Oh, okay.
Exactly, Joe. Now you get
Gonna
it.
we
Yes.
we're gonna show you how this works, because every global agenda is still run by this fake money system. All this,
Yes.
the pandemics, all this, the wars, everything,
Yes.
literally, the food, the control of food, the control of healthcare or health, everything, the medicines. It's crazy. I was taking a shower today, then I remembered something he told me the first time. Welcome, Joby, to the how the real world works. This is
Yep.
the real world. That's how it works. And I was laughing to myself because I'm like, God damn, we've been living in so many lies. And I look at how many things I've learned, and I'm like, because someone was talking about destiny, someone was telling me about destiny yesterday. I'm like, yeah, whatever is your destiny, this was mine, man. I was meant to learn the truth whether I wanted it or not. And
True.
literally, look at me, I know how the real world works today. Like, and I
True.
really feel pity for those people who don't. No cap. I really feel pity for the people who really don't understand, and they don't even have a curiosity of
I have
trying
a
to
clue.
understand how it works.
True.
Because this is everything that is controlling us. This is literally our lives. And we keep on thinking, it's crazy. Also, growing up, we used to think news are just for parents. That was just us as kids. We're like, nah, I don't have time to watch this goddamn news. Our parents used to literally shit out of us every time they tell at 7 a.m., at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., put the Swahili news that is for 7 p.m. Then at 9, there's now the English news, which is what they like the most. I'm like,
Yeah, right. Time to be washed over in propaganda. Yay.
we wanna watch some soap opera. They keeping up with that news shit. You're like, man, this has nothing to do with that. Let the politicians handle their political issues. But now you grow up, you're like, God damn, this is
Has everything to do with you, Joe.
exactly. But we also have this guy still talking about Nigeria, explaining
In 2
more
miles,
on
take
that,
exit
about their
185 west for
ignorance,
Dallas.
because if they knew better, I feel like Nigerians right now should be striking and calling out their puppet Tinibu, literally, for them not to give their health data. This is also one of the countries that we saw the world coin, which recently Kenya say that, oh, they have wiped out all the data they collected in Kenya. Da, 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 da. Nigeria was one of the countries that also they gave away their bio data when they were scanning their eyes and all that. Have we seen any information about them following up on this? As a matter of fact, I bet Nigerians would want the world coin back again and again and again. I bet these people would want anything that has to do with money so that they can become rich or literally make a living. They'll do it. Again, I should speak
I take
how
it.
desperate Nigerians are. Oh my God. Nigerians
Exactly.
are so desperate. They're so desperate. These people are
Yes.
so desperate.
That would
It's
happen when you deal with
crazy.
poverty, of course.
It's crazy, man. It's beyond expectation.
Yes, Nigeria is a key partner in the Trump administration's America First global health strategy. I need Nigerians to explain to me how Nigeria, or what Nigeria has to do with America First
In half a mile,
global
take exit
health
185 west
strategy.
for Dallas.
That is a global health strategy that puts America first. They've now signed a partnership with Nigeria, signed by Bola Tinubu So I need Nigerians to explain to me how or what exactly Nigeria's healthcare and Nigeria's health sector of Nigerian Christians, how does that translate to America first? Secretary of State has put out a statement for this agreement and said they will monitor Nigeria's healthcare to the best of America's best. No, they will monitor Nigeria's healthcare to America's best interest. America's best interest. America first. The Nigerian government signed a deal to give their healthcare to America in a project called America First. Most populous nation in Africa? Sure. Because of this, in 30 years, we will be one of the least populous nations in Africa.
And of course, that is the agenda because, again, Africans, I think, are so slow to understand, still from Bill Gates, from the COVID-19, from so many popping unknown diseases. Shout out to someone who was talking even about this page I follow that literally reveals so many articles regarding a lot of things that never even existed where they existed. So many diseases, all these diseases are created. They were never there, like never there. These people came up with different types of chemicals or mixed up chemicals. They started injecting people, and this caused all these types of diseases, literally. And now they're the same people creating a disease. They're trying to find cure for you. Are you dumb? Like, how many times how slow are we? It pisses me the fuck off, and I'm sorry to use that word, but really,
of course it's that. Of course it's gonna make you mad once you know too much, and you swimming in a sea of ignorance now in Africa. You're like, what? Yeah, told you. Of course you're gonna be pissed off because you like shit.
Someone I even look at you twice. Like, how slow are you for you to just pick up information and look at the patterns? Please look at the patterns. What did you even go? What were you studying computer for? What were you? If you can't even do clear research, what the fuck did you use that money for? What are you doing? What? Do research. Understand things. I don't know how long it's going to take. Please, let's stop being ignorant. We're seeing children dying because of this so-called polio, but still parents, mothers, ignorantly, I'm taking my child for a clinic for polio injection. Haven't you seen? You just maybe go ask your great-great-grandmother, pray to your ancestors or something. Ask them to give you a signal of medicine that you need to give. And you don't even need that. You just need
they've been propagandized to Joby, and see, imagine if you're propagandized to and you're stupid and you're ignorant. That's a dangerous combination. That's why I think, like I said, if I had to come back, I don't want to come back to no dumb motherfucker in no goddamn African village.
We never needed none of that polio. Personally,
no, you had no disease in Africa. How's Africa now the most diseased on the place when there were no diseases, but white people showed up?
I used to see my auntie the way, because personally I've grown up with so many children. Like, I've taken care of so many children, like behind me, my cousins. So I used to see these kids every morning. They're given the vitamin D, like they are just exposed to the sun. Like, just expose your child to the sun, because again, the earth, mama, and us everything, every goddamn thing. Why would you go need to inject your children with chemicals for them to survive? Survive what? Number one, what are we surviving from that?
Exactly right. Earth is giving you every medicinal agent you need by nature. Mama Earth is giving you everything to cure you. Everything comes from nature. So you're dealing with the people that are not from nature, that are unnatural. You're putting synthetics in your body. That's why you're dying.
And none of us ever questioned none of this. We had so many victims who have literally, many people have fallen victims of being affected by this injection. I used to wonder why.
You should ask yourself, How did AIDS come to Africa? Everybody just fucking all of a sudden everybody got AIDS. How did where does you gotta ask this? Where did AIDS come from? Where the diseases keep coming from? They keep always been overwhelming in Africa. So you would think, hey, somebody's trying something to us. Yes, yes. Somebody's trying to bubble gum your ass at a major level. Yes.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But let me continue.
Our birth rates.
Yep, the birth rates. Right.
You should all be on the streets right now, tearing you
Tearing everything down.
But let's worship Shea Tinubu.
Of course.
Nah, but for real though, forget all this bullshit healthcare and all this serious matter, sterilization stuff. Who is actually bigger between Wizkid and Fela?
I beg, not time for that.
That's why he's joking. That's why he's joking. So that's the shit. Just the shit. That's the goofy shit you care about. He's saying dumb shit. That's what he's saying.
Exactly, because those are the type of arguments you'll find. Of course, most of the Africans, not even Nigerian, are always there. This one is better than this. How does that help you? Does it put food on your goddamn table?
No, they said that's what he said. And why he always say the Africans are stuff. I always say, hey, son, the Africans are just the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet. That's what that dude always makes me laugh. They're so frustrated. He's got to be a war. A lot of Africans are going to have to die.
It's crazy. We also have this lady talking still about Nigeria and the big pharma fueling West informal economy with tramadol, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Need to talk about how Big Pharma has a quiet grip on West Africa's labour. Tramadol, a synthetic opioid made in the 1970s for serious cancer, surgery, long-term injury.
Not natural. Everything make it synthetic, not natural. Africans, you never got sick because all your things were from nature. They were natural healings. There's always non-natural synthetic shit that's not from nature. That can never heal or cure shit because it's synthetic. Go ahead, Joe.
Turned into survival fuel in West Africa. Market women were some of the first to get hooked, carrying 25 kg on their heads, working for hours, no rest, no physio, just pain. And someone offers you a pill, right? One that keeps you going. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 5, and soon it's normal.
You're an addict.
Students using it to study, drivers to stay awake, laborers to keep moving, sex workers to feel, well, nothing. Teenagers before exams, even animals in Burkina Faso and Niger, farmers give it to cows and donkeys to work longer, to carry a heavier load. Same pressure, same pill.
You talk about the ignorance of Africans. This is crazy. You're talking about this. Africans are so stupid, you're dangerous. You're dangerously fucking stupid. Not ignorant, you're stupid. You're dangerously stupid. That's why I can't come back. I've been born by one of these morons, one of these villages. You're dangerously fucking stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
If it comes from India, some smuggled, some entering through ports, Benin, Ghana, Nigeria, labeled as supplements or textiles. Once it lands, it disappears into markets and chemists. No prescription, no control. In 2018, Nigeria seized over 330 million pills across the region, 87 tons in 1 year. 2025 tramadol, known as Red, was still flooding towns like Tamale. A dose costs less than $1 In some areas, around 4 in 10 young people report using tramadol without prescription. Almost half show signs of dependency. Behind the scenes, shipments worth over £13 million passed through customs. Some technically legal, some protected by silence. But this is more than just a drug story. It's a labor story, a policy story, a supply chain rooted in pain. When painkillers become the condition for working, the economy is running on broken backs. Human capital weakens, health budgets leak, future productivity shrinks, and no one's counting the long-term cost. Regulators haven't caught up. In many countries, tramadol isn't banned, just unmonitored. No tracking, no consistent controls.
They don't have, they don't have the systems in Africa to control. They don't have the systems even built to control everything. Africa's the wild, wild west. There's no money. There's no systems. So yeah, and then you got the ignorance. You got the perfect storm. What they call a perfect storm of of goddamn now addiction and people dying of it's a perfect storm of misery coming. Go ahead, Joe.
It's crazy. But on the last and main conversation of the day, still talking about the ignorance of Africans, because we have so many things that should be alarming us, that we should be questioning.
But you wouldn't know because you're not educated. You can't, you can't question what you don't understand, you don't know. So most Africans in Africa don't go to school. They can't afford school fees. And then when the shit they are taught is nonsense. Go ahead.
I went to the same damn ass schools, but did I get the ability to question some things? Hell yeah. Apart from me being seen stupid or like I question too much, I think I questioned. Even if it was in my head, not coming out loud, I questioned religion. That shit didn't make sense to me. I questioned school. Actually, I really didn't like the school pattern. Why the fuck am I waking up 5 a.m. to be in school at 6 a.m.? I'm just a child. Is this shit even making sense? And no, it's not even for 4 hours or 3 hours. I'm gonna be there from 6 to 6. 6 to 6. What type of learning is
this?
That's
fucking crazy.
Anything important. Now you come understand. You're like it pisses you more. You're like, I was like being put in a slave cage, a slave pattern of not even being taught anything important about life, about myself.
And you're at school from 6 to 6 and don't know shit. 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night. That's fucking crazy. And you're taught nothing. That's crazy.
That's why I questioned everything because so many things didn't make sense to me. Didn't.
There you go.
Religion,
that's good.
School didn't make sense to me. Hospitals didn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, because I hate injections still today. I'm like, why should I go through so much pain to just heal? Like, why are you injecting me? Why? What? It didn't make sense to me. And the fact that I think I'd already been in the village, and so the things my auntie, my uncles were using in form of healing, I'm like, what's all this, man? What's all this with the Nairobi life? Like, because I came to Nairobi and I'm seeing all. What's all this? What's all this? Like this is not making sense. In the village, I could go to school by 8, then I come back by 12. But in Nairobi, the pattern is different. I'm like, what's really going on? A lot of things didn't make sense to me. When we had that was, I think, 2019. Yeah, it was in 2019 when Kenya was pushing for the combination of this combination of every information, your health, your ID, your passport, the new digital ID. I questioned that. Everyone rushed. Everyone was so panicked and scared because they were saying, oh, we're going to shut down your ID. You're not going to be a citizen anymore if you don't apply for this. Or we're going to just using the fear agenda again, as they always do on people, which is a global weapon agenda that they use. Yeah, on weapon that they use on people, fear, make people be scared so that they can do whatever you're trying to make them do. Let them fall for the pattern. Let them believe you're here to save them. I questioned that shit. I remember my cousin came and told me, hey, you need to go update your system, right? Update what? Let them shut me down. Number one, I don't have a goddamn job. What are they scaring me for? Like, I don't have a goddamn job. I'm not getting everything I want from this system for them to be scaring me. What is there to be scared of? And within a few months, people had given their data and then they said, oh, this system has faced some technical issues. We're going to have to scrap this. And everyone had already given their data. So fool you. You fool you. You go. I've questioned a whole lot of things. So I understand, yes, the miseducation, but sometimes I feel like we're too slow. So many things are happening in our faces, but we still don't want to connect the dots. We had millions of people killed. Now, I'm gonna share that after this as the last video. We had millions of people killed by this pastor I'm about to show as we end the show. But still people are going to his church to worship. Oh, Jesus is coming still. We had millions of people.
That mind control, that religion, Joby. That mind control of religion runs deep. You understand? African people have been made just fucking crazy with that religion, like in either one, Christianity or Islam. They taught, and like I said, tell to somebody, you're caught new age. These fucking goopy religions are new. That's why it's so crazy that these goopy Christians and these goopy Islam niggas These religions are new, you morons. It can't have nothing to do with the creator of the universe because he would have made itself known to you thousands of years ago, not 2 days ago. Christian sanity is fucking new. Islam nonsense is new. Because that's why they don't know anything, because they don't know any history. That's why no one knows any history. Common sense would tell you these religions are fake, stupid. They're new. You think God waited just a few days to tell you about himself or herself? No. Go ahead, Joe.
Crazy.
Blue economy tech, 200 hectares. I can assure you, no one in Zanzibar is going to have enough money to afford the minimum required to live in that digital residency. In Zambia, it's the Ministry of Commerce, a government entity. It's called the legal framework is the multi-facility economic zones. Exploratory, the status is they're being explored. It's in exploration stage. Potential mining tech hub near Copper Belt, 500 hectares. In Senegal,
And we're in Africa.
Wade is the name of the company.
All these places in Africa, they're building these cities that lock you down. Ain't it funny? Because these African, I thought Senegal had revolutionary leaders. Don't you ever believe none of that shit. You see what they do. So they're building these cities like they can go around to lock your ass down, you morons. Go ahead, Joe.
Legal framework is the SEZ framework. And right now, negotiations have stalled. We don't know how much land they're going to get in Senegal. Rwanda Development Board, SEZ, same, I don't know what the fuck this SEZ is. Status, none. Rwanda operates its own independent, innovative city. So Rwanda is not going to give it away. Rwanda is going to build their own.
They're all built because they're white. Because they're all white masters. They said, you better get them. I told you, none of these African leaders run nothing but their mouth. That's it. When they're told to do something, you better get it done, nigga, or we'll remove you and put another puppet in there. Go ahead, Joby.
Land from in Nigeria. Phase 1, phase 2, different phases, different cities. Where do you think they're going to get that land from? Tinubu's tax bill. They will take your land from your family and white. Fuck! I'm laughing, but I'm so angry. Like,
stupid Africans.
For those that don't know what a hectare is, we've done some conversion. 1 hectare is called 2.4 acres. So in Nigeria, they're getting 500 hectares, which is 1,235 acres. In Kenya, they're getting 1,000 hectares. So that is twice the size of this. And to give you a general idea what a hectare is, Old Havana, the entire town of Old Havana in Cuba is approximately 1,002, like the size of Old Havana in Cuba. Large-scale mining. Wow. Let's use this one here for Nigerians that don't. It is football field. Oh, sorry, this is for Americans. An American football field is approximately 1 acre. So that would mean 1,200 football fields. American football fields. They're getting 1,200. In Kenya, they're getting 2,400 football fields to build their own town. It is for white tech billionaires. I can assure you, Africans will not have access to this. We laughed at South Africans for Orania, and now we are watching our government give them.
I know, I've been questioning this. I've been saying this. I love the fact we're on the same page as him and the same minds. I've been saying this because boldly, these people, they're boldly shitting on your face. It's like, and we've seen the scramble for Africa. And I question, could there be any possibilities of us having Oranians? I don't know. For Kenya, we might fight.
There you go. That's what you said. That's what they are. They're gonna build these white tech things for our white people because they need to have Africa. They need to be in Africa physically to control you goopy niggas and to keep you impoverished. Because America and Europe are going to fall apart. I already told you that. And shout out to the dumbass niggas in America, these dumb FBA niggas. America, dummy! You got no resource in America, you fucking morons. But most of you are stupid. So when you left here and it falls apart and you run around this bitch like Mad Max, good luck to you, stupid. Europe is falling apart. Europe has no resources. Europe is dead. So when you Negroes are all in Europe all fucked up, Good luck to you dumb motherfuckers. Good luck, stupid. Everybody knows what the fuck is going on, but stupid dumb niggas, and the re-scramble for Africa is on. I don't want to be an African. I'm an Indian, and I want to stay in my fucked up country and be fucked up. Because none of these niggas have been taught economics. They're taught their dumbass religions. American blacks, these niggas are in these stupid ass churches, and they're gonna be fucked up. You're gonna be eating your own asshole in 7 years. You'll be digging the doo-doo out another man's ass and saying thank you.
Land so they can build on our lands. These are the countries: Kenya, Nigeria, Benin, Malawi, Zanzibar, Zambia, Senegal, Rwanda. What I'm about to show you right now, I kid you not, when I saw it, I was this close to crying. Like, you know, as a grown person, when that tears, everything, like I did everything in my power to stop the tears coming out. But anyways, let's check it out. So this is a list of African countries who have started giving away land to billionaire tech bros to build cities in Africa. Yes, you heard this. White people, tech billionaires, are going to start building tech towns in Africa. And these are a list of the countries who have given away land. Let's just take a look at it. We have Kenya. The company leading the negotiation is called the Kenya Development Corporation. The legal framework they're using to get that land is called the SEZ Act of 2015. The status of whatever's going on in Kenya right now is primary frontier site surveys in night. So whatever it is, they've sent people to start surveying the site. They're getting up to 1,000 hectares. In Nigeria, the name of the company is Presidential Steering Committee, ITANA. The legal framework used is the Digital Free Roam Regulation of 2024. So I'm guessing Tinubu probably has something to do with that. The status, it is active. Governance partner for the Itana Tech City near Lagos. So there's going to be a town in Lagos, about 100 hectares. Phase 1. Phase 1 is 100 hectares. So there's going to be a town near Lagos in Itana that white tech bros are going to build. This is Orania coming to Africa. White people are paid African leaders to give them land to build Orania, where we cannot have access to. In Benin, it is called APX Investment Agency. The legal framework being used is the Special Economic Zone Law. The status, it is currently emerging. Discussions for a high-tech enclave near GDZ, 500 hectares. That's what they're going to get in Cotonou in Benin. In Malawi,
this is what they're doing, because they hate you niggas. They can't do it in China. They had to give them something, so they come back in Africa because they want to be closer to the resources to keep them wealthy. So they're going to build towns around the most important countries: Kenya, Benin, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, because they need to be in Africa physically now, and to control you niggas physically now. Because the puppets, you might overthrow their ass. They need to be there to make sure the propaganda is strong. They create their own military to knock you niggas in it, because you're backward and stupid anyway. To knock you goofy niggas in the head. Don't think they're not going to bring their own military, start creating their own militaries. That's coming. Go ahead, Joe.
Investment and Trade Center. The SEZ Act of 2023 is what they're using. Early stage. So they're right now is in the early stage. They're getting 750 hectares. In Zanzibar, it's called the Zipa Investment Authority. The Free Economic Zones Act is what the legal framework they're using. They're focusing on digital residency and blue economy tech, 200 hectares. I can assure you, no one in Zanzibar is going to have enough money.
Exactly. So why do you think they had to get rid of Magufuli too? They already planned this already. That's why they got their puppet. That's why no one's saying about their wicked ass puppet who's been killing Tanzanians in the street. Because it's already planned. That's why she's there, to give away land for them to build that shit there. You understand this? Why these puppets are never, no, the fake world never comes for their puppets. The IMF, the damn ICJs and ICCs, these criminal courts never come for their puppets. Isn't that amazing? Go ahead, Joe.
To afford the minimum required to live in that digital residency. In Zambia, it's the Ministry of Commerce, a government entity. It's called the legal framework is the multi-facility economic zones. Exploratory. The status is they're being explored. It's in exploration stage. Potential mining tech hub near Copper Belt, 500 hectares. In Senegal, formerly Magnet Wade is the name of the company. The legal framework is the SEZ framework, and right now negotiations have stalled. They haven't. We don't know how much land they're gonna get in Senegal. Rwanda Development Board, SEZ. Same. I don't know what the fuck this SEZ is. Status, none. Rwanda operates its own independent, innovative city. So Rwanda is not going to give it away. Rwanda is going to build their own. Where do you think they're going to get all this land from in Nigeria? Phase 1, phase 2.
Yeah, so this is super crazy. Like literally Africa, we need to do better. We need to do better. If colonization is going to happen, the second phase on our watch, despite us knowing the slightest of history we know, then we
Get ready to go to war.
We must be the biggest moron for real, like for real. If we're really gonna watch colonization happen on our face, despite us having the slightest information we have today, I don't know what we want with our lives. We are comfortable then living how we live. We're comfortable acting this way in church. We're comfortable praying to Jesus.
Look at all this fucking madness. It's like your mind is completely fucked up. Your mind is look at this shit. This is America too. That's Africa. You can go to America, it's the same shit with these niggas. Your mind is completely fucked up. You're fucked up in the head. You're the most impoverished people. You're the most oppressed people. And you're screaming after some cracker or some fake, they're trying to make a nice black. Whatever. Ain't done shit for you. Ain't gonna do shit for you. Because you know what? SpongeBob ain't real, nigga. SpongeBob's not real.
He saved my life. Would you stop that? He saved my life.
SpongeBob ain't real. And Bikini Bottom is not a real place to live. Okay?
Jesus died for me, washed away my sins. Stop.
And that's why they don't teach you well. You're the whole universe. You have, like Joe said, critically think, okay, you're the whole universe. You must know you're not the only people in the whole universe. We're not talking about just our one galaxy. Our galaxy has billions of planets. And you got billions of universes, infinite, okay? Did your fake Jesus or fake Allah, Muhammad, go to every planet just in this galaxy alone? Where there's trillions of planets, billions of Earth planets in this one galaxy. See, that's why they'll never educate them enough. Say, well, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would this story be done over and over again on every planet, just in my galaxy? But you got trillions of galaxies. You got trillions of galaxies more because your story is fake, dummy. But see, they don't give them a think. They can't think that large.
It's crazy. That has end up with today's conversation. Shout out to John Mosquito has been with us in the building saying, Papa Ute, Joby, Papa Ute. I know, man. Ute, Papa Ute, Ute.
Was that song?
Yeah.
Papa Ute. That song be jamming, boy. I'm going that shit. Papa Ute. Be jamming.
Yeah, it's crazy. But also saying, be careful out there, kid. That is John Mosquito. Also saying, is the weather really bad in America? Because all I keep seeing on social media are Black American women dancing on the snow, having a good time. And saying
they have no good. They have no good time. If their electricity's out and it's goddamn 5 degrees out this bitch.
Saying Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have made a deal with Russia to launch their own state light over the 3 Sahel states. Yeah, I think I saw something like that.
Good for them.
Mr. John was saying we're goosing you in Louisiana, brother kid. Isn't that near Sister-ish? I guess, yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'm north of Sister. I was about 4 hours north of Sister-ish. When this is, the weather's still not. It's not bad, you know, because I was on that area. I had to go north to head to Dallas. And by the time I got, Miss lives in southern Louisiana. I was up in northern Louisiana. It's fucked up. I'm now in Texas now. They clean up the streets are a little bit the interstate is a little cleaner. They at least cleaned out the interstate highway. I don't know how it is on the regular roads. Oh, I see it. It's fucked up right there. But yeah, it's bad. But this ain't I said this is not a natural storm. It's not natural. There's no storm cover all states like this. And he showed it. People shout out to TikTok. That's why I'm getting out that app. People have showed you the chemtrails. This is not a natural storm. Okay, once again, and then if you pick up the damn snow, it's full of all these fucking chemicals. So like Joby said, it's sad knowing how the real world works because now you're like, God damn, you can't hide from shit. You know how shit is done. This ain't a regular snowstorm, and people can't give conspiracy theory. This remember they use that to have you like you create. Oh, these are conspiracy theory. And every time you turn around, the conspiracy theories are what? Facts are true. So, anyway.
I think we have separate views. 10 Speed as well says in the house we need to show on all invented diseases sent to Africa and Black Americans even pills to stop birth rates and HIV. Of course. They are there. I think that's Sepo saying you do better. Flee to South Africa.
Wait. Temple in the house?
I guess so. Who is the Pharaoh? I don't know who is Pharaoh. I don't know.
That's probably Temple's new name. You know, it came in a new name when he made you cry for it. And that was like 4 years ago or 3 years. That's a long time ago. That's like 4 years ago.
Shout to Sinovia. So he's a white man. White man, have you ever known? White man, have you ever known to die for a black man?
Never.
Is this Sinovia? Okay, I think it's Sister Sinovia. Oh, okay. I was like, who is this? But yeah, Karibu Sana and
never. So why exactly? So why were they giving you help? Exactly. Never.
That's my.
Why would you give me with you? Georgia.
Have a beautiful, beautiful rest part of your morning and see you guys later. Oh, if you actually coming back, I think minutes after my lunch.
Everybody be safe out there. Everybody be safe because it's wherever you're at. If you're a little north of even south, the roads are fucked up. Depending on what state you are. You're in Tennessee. I heard it got bad in northern Georgia. I don't know about. Zenobia lives in Atlanta, so let's know how Atlanta is. Zenobia, I don't know. Atlanta, the Atlanta get freezing rain, but if you're in Tennessee, Kentucky, Northern Louisiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, anywhere in the South, be careful, because it's fucked up out here. I didn't know it was this bad. I come from Florida. When I left Florida, it was all sunny and nice, but go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful morning.
Before I leave for someone